Welcome to the second episode of the Smart Connect series of webinars. In today's episode, we have Arpit Jain from our technical team who will be helping us to understand how to convert a water purifier into a smart water purifier. He'll be taking us through the entire steps and the analogy and the block diagrams and other technical related details. In case you have any questions, do type them out in our chat box. We'll take them at the end of the session. And due to time constraint, if any of the questions are left out, we'll be happy to reply or revert back to them on a one-to-one basis. So please do not hesitate in sharing your questions with us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today. And now over to Arpit.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. This is Arpit Jain, and I am the manager FA in DI Smart India. So today I am going to present you how you can convert your normal water purifier into the smart purifier. So what are the differences in that, what you need to add in it, and what are the key benefits of the smart water purifier. So let's start it. So basically I am going to take this topic like what are the water purifier, different kind of water purifier available, and key component in that normal purifier system, like block diagram of the water purifier, and what value can be added through IoT into the water purifier, and transaction of RO into the smart RO, and additional component in the smart water purifier, what you need to add in it, the block diagram of IoT enabled water purifier, and how the mobile app look like of the smart water purifier. So let's start it. So water purifier ensure that you get clean and the safe drinking water on demand, so that you stay away from waterborne disease. These are different type of water purifier. Water purifier filtration process, such as gravity based purification, ultraviolet, RO water purifier. So what are these different kind of water purifier? So basically gravity based water purifier uses the force of gravity along with the filter to purify the water. It does not require electricity or running water, as the water flow from one section to the another section. All the visible dirt pollutant are eliminated additionally, and an activated carbon module removes pesticides, virus, and other impurities, make the water safe for consumption. The next one is ultraviolet water purifier. So this water purifier use UV rays to remove virus and the harmful germs present in your drinking water. It gives protection from waterborne disease. The UV water purifier is one of the most efficient purifier to disinfect water, and it's run on electricity. RO water purifier. This is an electric water purifier that function on reverse osmosis to give you safe drinking water. Its multi-stage purification process eliminates impurities, TDS, decrease disease-causing contamination, virus, and other bacteria, ensuring pure water. So RO water purifier are one of the finest purification system available in the market today, and these are the most common one we are using in the home. So there are basic differences is like gravity, UV, and RO is visible in the table. That gravity doesn't require any electricity and the running water, whereas UV and RO requires a running water and the electricity. So basically, gravity cannot convert hard water into the soft water, and UV also cannot convert hard water into the soft water, but RO can convert hard water to the soft water. Gravity removes germs and bacteria, whereas instead of the germs and bacteria, UV can remove viruses as well, and RO removes virus, germs, chemical contamination, everything. So what are the key component in the RO water purifier? So first one is a pre-filter. So pre-filter basically are the commonly used are sediment and the carbon filter. So the filter helps remove dirt, chlorine content, and other sediment present in the water to protect a membrane from the damage. The second stage of this purification method is reverse osmosis membrane. So this one is the most important component of the system. Basically, this membrane block the dissolved solute that contaminate water. The process filter out all all sort of contamination such as ions, pesticides, microorganisms, and other chemicals from water. So the third stage is ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration process uses hydrostatic pressure to force water against a semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane helps to remove bacteria and different type of microorganism and bad odor in the water. The fourth stage is TDS controller. So TDS controller is basically a manual device which consists of two water input and the one water output. The TDS and the TDS control screw. So basically, first input of the TDS controller is coming from the RO membrane, and the second input is coming from the UF membrane. So, and the output is a mixing of these two waters in a required ratio to maintain the mineral in the drinking water. So by screwing by the TDS screw, you can manage the ratio of the this input water 1 and 2. The next stage is ultraviolet disinfection. So ultraviolet disinfection usually involves a UV lamp. UV lamp provide a pure and safe drinking water. UV light used in this process is a high powered UV, which is known as UVC. So basically UVC ray penetrate the body of pathogens to deactivate them. The UV rays modify the DNA of the pathogens in such a way that they cannot multiply. These rays have the ability to kill 99.9% of the microorganism. Unlike chemical disinfection, the harmful microorganisms are unable to develop any immune mechanism against UV light. So the last stage of the purifier is post filter. Before water stored in the storage tank runs out of reverse osmosis, it enters through the final post filter. It is actually a carbon filter. Carbon filter helps remove bad odor from the water that you drink and also improve the taste of water. So as I just mentioned, what is the block diagram of this RO purifier? So first one is sediment filter and the activated carbon filter. These are the pre filters. So first raw water coming through this filter, and then this water divided into two parts. One goes to the RO membrane and the second one goes to the UF filter. And output of these two filters mixed in a TDS controller in that ratio that it can maintain the minerals, and the taste is also maintained through this. So the output goes to the UV filter. Then here all the viruses and the bacteria will be removed at the final stage. Then you'll get the purest form of the water to drink. So what value can be added through IoT? So water TDS measurement and the display. Basically all input water and the output water TDS can be measured and display on the local unit as well as into the mobile app. And tracking of the daily water consumption, filter and membrane life track, system fault alert, tank water level monitoring, touch switches, motion sensors. So basically these are some you can say premium feature touch switches and the motion sensor, but motion sensor is one of is a most required feature in this current scenario. You can fill your water glass by without touching any point or at the water purifier. Just waving your hand in front of water purifier, you can fill your glass. So this is some kind of this feature available through this. All the purifier parameter can be monitored on the mobile app. System power and the water consumption can be controlled remotely, and the water consumption and the filter life data can be used to provide the warranty to the customer. So the last one is for the manufacturer point of view. To win the warranty, he can use this particular data. So how a normal water purifier can convert into the smart RO purifier? So on the left side, you can see there is a block diagram of normal water purifier, as I already discussed. And to add some sensor and the circuit into it, you can convert it into the smart water purifier. So we will see this in detail in the next slides. So what are these and how to convert this? So yeah, additional component in the smart water purifier. So as I just shown in this, there is a sensors something. So few sensors like flow sensor, TDS, solenoid valve, and tank level sensor. So this one is the flow sensor. So it can provide pulse data to the control unit according to the water coming through it. And this one is a solenoid valve, so it can be used to control it's like a tap, electromechanical tap. So when you provide the power on this coil, so it will open the tap. When you not powering this coil, so it will close the tap. So you can control the flow through this. And the third one, this one is the TDS sensor. You can measure the TDS level in the water. So and additionally, these all the units, all sensors can be connected, basically connected through the control unit. So what are the control unit blocks? So basically, first one is a microcontroller. This one is the most important part of the control unit. Other are Wi-Fi module. This is also very important for providing the smart features. And input switches, indication LED, display, buzzer for indicating. Yeah, next. So basically, as I show you, as I already showed that how the block diagram of normal RO purifier. So I just put some sensors and the component in between that, and to make it IoT enabled. So like there is a sediment filter is there. So in between there's a booster pump and activated carbon filter. I put the flow sensor to measure input water flow, and there is a solenoid valve to control it. Then this water divided into two part. One goes to the RO block, RO membrane, and other goes to the UF block. Then this output water combined into the TDS block, and also the flow sensor is there to see the RO membrane flow data. Basically, this flow sensor 1 and 2 data used to measure the filter life. So the pre-filter life is measured by the flow sensor 1, and the flow sensor 2 is measured the RO membrane filter life. And this water basically supplied to the TDS block, and TDS block, the TDS output given to the TDS temperature sensor. TDS and the temperature sensor, basically it measures the TDS value of the output water, and according to the temperature it calibrates its value. Then this output goes into the solenoid valve again, and for controlling it on and off. Then it go into the UV block for you can say for removing the viruses and the bacteria. Then this water finally stored in the tank, and there is a tank level sensor as well, so which monitor the tank level. So it can be a float type sensor, it can be a wire based sensor, something like this. And there is a solenoid valve at the output level to control the flow of the water as well. And you can see there are few open connectors like 24-volt supply, UV control, pump control, and the flow sensors where this wire are going to. So basically all these are connected to the control unit. So I'll show you into the next slide, so how it's connecting to the control unit. So here the pump control, UV control, all these are connected to the microcontroller. So basically microcontroller is the master unit here, and all the flow sensor data is given to the microcontroller, and tank level sensor and the TDS temperature sensor as well. Then it takes decision according to that and give the output to the pump control, UV control, solenoid valve 1, 2, like this, and also to the indication LED. And input switches are there, buzzer is there. And the most important component of this IoT enabled water purifier is Wi-Fi module. So basically Wi-Fi module is connected to the UART to the microcontroller, and it provides the it bridging basically the mobile app with your mobile app, and the Alexa and the Google Home control with your purifier. So you can see all the data and control it through the remote, monitor it. So through mobile app using this Wi-Fi module only. So it can be Wi-Fi plus BLE as well, according to your application. So last one is a mobile app. So I'm giving some demo screen here that what kind of parameter you can see on the app. Like there is an input TDS value, which is here you can see 150 here, and there is an output TDS value which is 40 after purification, and filter life 50%, RO membrane life 50%, current temperature, total water at that water tank. Reset UV chamber is on and off, switching the flow and all. So there is a child lock, filter life reset, switching. So these are some basic parameter you can see, and this can be also customized according to your application. So yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any query and anything else, you can reach out to us and maybe post into the chat, as well as you can reach out to us on a mail. Yeah, thank you. Over to you, Gagan.
Thank you, Arpit. Thank you so much. That was a very informative session as well. I think so a lot of our consumers who are watching it right now, they might be interested in converting a normal water purifier into a smart water purifier and using it in all proportions. To be very frank, there are a couple of questions that have come in the question and answer chat box. So the first question goes as is. Is there any use case study right now of this smart water purifier? Are we getting it right now? Is it available in the market? I am sure we are working on it with some organization, but how's the development coming to?
Yeah, so development is already going on with many brands. So if you're particularly talking about the India, is not much use cases are there, but case study are there. But yes, the development and the integration are in process. So soon you will get some PO-enabled water purifier in the market.
Sure. There's another question that has come which states that they need a solution for bath water quality, which will improve the quality from the corporation water. So I am sure this generally works. This RO will generally work. The water purifier will generally work in your kitchen solution. Do we have something for the bathroom solutions as well?
Yeah, of course. So we have lots of solution regarding this. So it's just we are providing a module, and the whatever the feature you can require, you can use this and you can develop by your own, or we can tie up with our some design partners so they can develop this solution. So this type of solution are already available on our platform. You can check on it.
Sure. So thank you so much, guys, for coming to this session. I'll be leaving my the email ID, the official email ID of Tuya Smart India. You can post your questions over there also, and Arpit will be happy to share them in once we leave this session. So I will just leave the email ID. So you can take this email ID, you can share your questions with us. Arpit will be more than happy to share your concerns on a one-to-one basis, even help you with solutions which we already have in India, and maybe even on a global level. Thank you all. Thank you, Arpit. Thank you for coming.